the greatest Steveman. Shut.
My name is
I'm the greatest
Agba Steve.
I'm the greatest
Agba Steve.
My name is
I'm the greatest.
This is Steven Oladijo, popularly known as Steveman Shots. Steveman is a photographer, but not just a regular. He is the visual messenger. Over the years, this man has grown from snapping random nature and things going on in his environment to doing product photography, storytelling image photography, and then preaching the gospel with his pictures and expressing them through matchsticks. He now has his own niche tagged evangelism.
2019, I started photography, and I remember that I saw this photograph where this guy used matchsticks to actually tell the story of how people should stop smoking cigarettes and all of that, and I was really amazed. So sometimes this year, because I noticed the photography market is really saturated, right? So many photographers are coming, and if you really want to stand out, you have to do something different. And that was where evangelism came in, right? I found light in the Bible, and I had so many stories I wanted to tell with the Bible. And I didn't just want them to be mediocre or just come out plain. So I wanted them to be more creative. And I said, people are going to actually buy into this idea of evangelism where you tell stories with, Bible stories. That's very creative. And so I started using Bible and matchsticks to tell Bible stories. Scenario where I'm supposed to use, let's say, two friends who are humans. I just feel like I can actually use matchsticks and just set them well and create.
In the course of his new niche, he realized that some Christians out there don't have a proper appearance on media when invited for programs, which doesn't speak well for Christianity and its excellence.
So basically, I was in church, and I was surprised as to how someone used a photograph, used his convocation photograph on a flyer, and I found that scenario a bit funny. But while I was laughing, I think God was trying to tell me that there was a gap I needed to fill. So I noticed so many of my friends who were into ministry, or just who go out for ministrations, basically public speakers and didn't have nice photographs on their flyers. But I was a bit scared to share the idea with people. I don't know why, for some reasons. I needed resources first, even though I'm going to tell some people who are influential enough to help me out. So I reached out to my boss, Caps to use, and he found the idea very amazing. And I also reached out to my friend Fem, who was also going to support me. And I also reached out to my friend Rachel. I wanted the team first before reaching out to some coordinators and all of that. So Rachel also showed interest in the whole project. She found it amazing. And then I reached out to my pastor, Pastor Simon, and I explained the whole project to him. Got on the call, and I also reached out to my coordinator, Mr. Joe. Every teenage minister or every teenager who wants this particular session will actually be on camp. If I had decided to go on my own and get a whole season of that, not everybody will come on that set date. And I think this was the best space to use, and that was why I reached out to Pastor Simi and Mr. Joe, who actually found the idea very interesting. I've not been this happy in a while. I'm honored because I think even if I didn't do it, God would have given the idea to someone else. Right? So it's as simple as that, and I'm really amazed I'm making so many teenagers go into ministries now.
The professional headshot for the sales ministers and the guest ministers and all of that, I feel it's like something very impactful because it is pretty hard for people to get proper headshots. Nobody wants to go to the studio to get it because they're teenagers, or they're like, okay, let me just take a picture of my phone and everything will be alright. But if this something like that was an opportunity for them to experience what they normally have paid for, but still get something quality and something good for programs and events that they've been invited for. Because we're always in church, people feel is that, okay, we can just treat these basic things as laxity. So they don't have proper pictures that they can use for designs and all. So if doing that kind of thing is an opportunity to get them groomed for even bigger opportunities that God will have them do at different seasons of their life, right? And I shared it, I was supported it, and I was so excited for the vision he had and how we executed it throughout the convention. My name is Adedojo Ebanjo. I am a media person. and the lover of God, basically.
Day 4 of the project for teenagers in ministry. The excitement on their faces. Many teenagers, like I said, know what to do, but I think the expenses to get a professional portrait has been the issue. And honestly, I'm so excited seeing many teenagers smile, seeing many teenagers happy, and finally getting the portrait used for their flyers. The challenge is, I think, my one is on familiarity. There's a link to register, alright. So just to make the whole project turn out well. So I think many people didn't register due to familiarity. Many people who are teenagers who were supposed to register didn't register due to familiarity, and it really made the whole project a bit sloppy. When you're supposed to photograph some sets of people, some come in and just use things like friendship or, like I said, familiarity. Although it affected the whole project, but I just feel okay if this person, even though he didn't register or she didn't register, she's into this thing. I think we can still work it out. Some people came in and they actually told me their birthday was near, which is, I don't know, a bit weird. So they wanted pictures for their birthdays and they felt they could just take pictures for free. And some wanted money. And the command from God was that it should be for free. Alright, so I took pictures of these guys for free, and they're going to use it for their pictures, for their birthdays.
Some wanted money.
Yeah, some wanted to pay money.
Okay.
But the command was should be for free. Alright, so I think that's the second challenge I had. When the publicity for the project started, I said something. I said when Joseph was called out, he would have just come out that way, but he knew that he didn't want to go back. So instead of coming out with his prison fit, he actually changed his raiment, meaning he wanted to appear as a solution provider. So it doesn't make sense to be gifted. God has helped you. You can speak in tongues or ministry. You can chant and all of those things. You are a business guru. You must also appear well, because the first thing people will see is the flyer. If a program is happening in 5 days time, the first thing that will go out is the flyer anticipating the project, alright, or the program. So I'm blessed. Honestly, I feel happy. The book of Luke said, when Jesus was asking his disciples, when I sent you, did you lack anything? So one of the indices to show that you are really sent is that you don't lack resources, you don't lack men. Many of my friends from the media team most times leave their stand to come meet me backstage to just assist me. Those who can hold the backdrop, those who can help set up day one when I wanted to start. TJ Tolan Julius just brought in some lights for me to use. A friend of mine was around also to help me with his light stands, and I just felt it was going to be something, just a one light setup, and the one I have 2 lights set up. If I actually paid for many of these things, I think I wouldn't have even gotten the money. Many of these gadgets are very, very, very expensive. So if you're going to work on a project like this, I think you should be extra prepared. If you are thinking of 2 lights, just try and bring 3. If you are thinking of photographing more than, just be extra prepared. Anything can happen. I think I came in on Monday and my coordinator, Mr. Julius, said I was also going to photograph the guest ministers, photograph Pastor Nats, Bidemi, Olaoba, and so many others. Right? I wasn't even preparing for that at all. I just wanted to photograph teenagers in ministry. So you have to be extra prepared. Have a team, alright? Have a team, and you're going to make the publicity well. I think one of the things that really make many people register was that timing for the publicity was a bit short. So many said they didn't see it. Most of them were lying, they saw it. So many said they didn't see it and they didn't register. So just make sure the publicity goes out very well. If you're going to reach out to them to come a particular day, just make sure the publicity is perfect. Right? So just be extra prepared and work on publicity very well.
Before we review results of the shoot, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Your support helps us grow and continue creating amazing content. Thank you.
have lots of photography competition, and it's a privilege to even stay in the same room with him. Do you know, I don't have for granted. He's just one boy, you know. With that department is the best department so far. Yes. So this guy.
Let them know. Media department is